Hey guys, it's Jason with the Board Game Mechanics. And today we're taking a look at a game all about living in the Stone Age and maybe making some babies called Tribes: Dawn of Humanity. Tribes: Dawn of Humanity is a 2 to 4 player game from Kosmos. The designer is Rustan Hawkinson. I probably butchered that real bad, but you'll see it later at the bottom. And what you're doing in this is you are tribes of, we'll say cavemen, but Stone Age people, prehistoric people. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to learn different abilities, skills, to progress from one age into a more modern age. So you might start out with jewelry making, then you may learn how to smelt jewelry, then you may learn how to make money out of the jewelry. So you're going from very primitive to a more advanced society. You're doing that through a cool action selection mechanism like Century Spice Road, Small World, where if you don't want to take an action, you have to pass over it with money. There's some tile laying, which is basically your resource management, because that's what you're paying for things, for actions. The goods that you need, you have to have the certain types of tiles. That's essentially the game, and that's enough talking about it. Let's go down and see how it plays, which will make it look much better than I tried to make it look by talking about it. Okay, so here's a game of Tribes: Dawn of Humanity, all set up for 2 players. To set up, you're going to put the board out here. You're going to take the 5 red tiles that have this on the back. You're going to shuffle them, flip 4, remove the other one from the game. Shuffle all the event deck, put them here, appropriate color. Shuffle all the green, remove 1, put them face down, event deck here. Shuffle all the yellow, remove 1, event deck here. Each player is going to put one of their small cubes. They'll have 2 different size cubes, so they have smaller cubes and bigger cubes. You're going to put one of your you have 4 small cubes. You're going to put 1 on each of the bottom spaces on these tracks. You're going to give each player some cavemen meeples, which look like this, of their color. They'll each get $5, which is clams. They'll get an arrow, so like that. And they'll get 3 tiles, which you can see right here, to start on, and then you're going to place your meeple on 1. So I have wheat, I think that's the actual name. Yes, so wheat, I have goats, and I have horses. And this player has all the same thing, but since they're going second, they also have a point. Actually, I'm first, so whoops. So they're going second, so they get a point, and they're white, and they have horses, wheat, and gold as their starting goods. So this game's pretty easy. What you're going to do is you're going to select an action from this action selector. You can take the first action for free. Any action you want to take after that, you got to pass up with money. So if I wanted to take this action, I'd have to put shells on each of the actions in front. So Century Spice Road or in Small World-esque. After you do that, you're going to take the action. So the I is going to let you explore. That means you're going to reach into this bag, take out new tiles to put down on your tableau based on where you are on the exploration track. So in this case, we're both at 1. If you want to take the hand on this tile, that's going to let you put a cube on one of these developments. So I could learn to hunt if I had goats. And I'd get to move up on the appropriate track. In this case, it would be exploration. And an event would come out into the line, which I'll explain when we get there. Once somebody builds on one of these developments, the next one above it will flip over. So that's how you're going to reveal more to see what you want to do. And you're going to score points based on where you build. So first person to build gets more points. That's essentially the game. The game will end when there will be 4 events out. I think it's 4 events in a 2-player. I'm not sure on 2-player, but when there's a certain number of these events that have been completed, so active, the game will end. Whoever has the most points is the winner. It's pretty straightforward. So let's go ahead and play through a few rounds so you can kind of see how it goes. Alright, so this player's first. So what they're going to do is they're going to take an action. They can explore or develop. They can procreate, which means make the tribe bigger, But what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and develop. So I'm going to pass over this one, put a clam on it. I'll take this tile. So I got to do either explore or do the hand, which I'm not sure what it is, but I'm going to call it development, I get to put one of my cubes on the appropriate thing that I want to learn. So I'm going to, I have horses. So I have horses. So that means I have access to learn how to do trapping because my people are good with horses. So because I know how to do trapping, I'll put a cube here. I get 2 points. So I'll take a bear tooth of 2. It looks like that. And then this is weapons. I'm going to move up on the weapons track 1. So now I'm a little bit stronger. And then I don't have to put an event out. But then because I know how to trap, now I also have access to mysticism. So now I know something else that I'm trying to shoot for to get up to the top. And now is my turn. This tile goes to the end. This slides down. And then it's white player's turn. And they're going to do similar things. So what they want to do is they're going to go ahead and explore. So they're going to take the explore action. They get the money. They're going to reach into the bag and take out 1 tile because their exploration is at 1. So they're taking out a tile. And they now have goats. And they have to put it anywhere they want as long as it's touching a tile. And they're going to go ahead and actually put it right there. So that was their turn. This goes to the end. And now it's back to me. And I'm going to procreate. So I'm going to take this tile for the baby. I have procreate at level 1. So what that means is I can produce 1 new tribe member on a tile that already has a person. So in this case, I'm going to have a new tribe member on horses. And that's my turn. So back to white. Let's see. What I don't want to do that yet. So white is going to go ahead and they're going to develop. And they have gold. They have access to gold. So they can learn how to make jewelry. So they're going to go ahead and do that. So they're going to make jewelry. That's going to give them a bear tooth of 2. And then it's going to move them up on the movement track. And there's a lightning bolt. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a lightning bolt right there. That means one of the events is going to come into play. And I'll show you that in a second. And then that's going to be their turn. So when an event comes into play, it'll do this. So this is all tribes move according to their strength value. So this is an event. This is going to happen maybe when it gets to the front and someone takes this tile. But it comes in at the end of the event selection. So you can keep passing over it when it gets to the front for coins, but once there's enough shells, somebody's probably going to take it and then it'll be out of the game. So that was white player's turn. Next is, then we'll reveal this, I almost forgot. So now from jewelry making, we have access to smelting. All right, so these are all need 1 goods. These will need 2 and these will need 3. Maybe not of the same thing because they're just randomly put out there, but all 3 of the same type of thing, 2 of the same type of thing, and then 1 of something. All right, so now it's black player's turn. They're going to go ahead and move. So they're going to put 1 shell here. So the move is the foot. So let me explain moving. So when you're moving, you're going to have you have movement based on where you are on the foot track. So black has 1 movement. So what that means is I can take 1 of my guys, or if I had 3 movement, I have up to 3 movement to move guys around on my tableau. So in this case, I want to get hunting because I want to get sheep because I want to learn how to hunt. So I'm going to move one of my guys to sheep. So now I have access to horses and sheep. And that's my turn. So did that. Now it's white player's turn. What is this? This is babies. They're going to go ahead and make some babies. So they're going to take this, thus also getting the shell. They're going to take the baby. They're producing at 1. So they're going to bring in a new tribe member onto the gold. This goes to the end. All right, now we are back to black. Black is going to do this because they want to do the development. I don't know if that's not actually what it's called. Let me tell you what it's actually called. Achievement. So it's called an achievement. Okay, so they're going to do an achievement. And I have goat. So I'm actually going to learn how to hunt. So because I have goats, I'm going to put 1 on goats, on hunting. I get 2 bear tooth. And I get to move up 1 on explore, because that's what that is. And there's a lightning bolt, so we get a new event. So the event is disease. Your tribe loses 2 members. So whoever takes this, 2 of their people are going to die. So that goes to the end of the line. Well, actually, it'll go after this one. Alright, so now this event's getting closer. And it's white player's turn. So they have 2 gold. So what they're going to do is they want to learn how to smelt. So they're going to pass over this one. So they can take this one that has the achievement symbol. And they're going to learn how to smelt. So they're going to come here. They're going to get 4 points. The points go up as you get higher. They're going to move up 1 on the strength track. And we get another new event. So let me slide these down. New event. Green event. Enslavement. Your tribe procreates according to its strength value. So we're enslaved. We have nothing to do except make new tribe members. So when that comes into play, we will be able to produce, instead of being on this track, if you take that action, you'll produce where you are on the strength track. So that was white player's turn. Back to black. Black needs to get some new tiles, and their exploration is at 2, so I'm going to go ahead and explore. So I get this. I'm going to take 2 tiles, and then I got to add them to my tableau. So I have incense and goats. Oh, and because this one was developed, that one's learned, and this one should have flipped as well. Alright, so we need horses and 2 horses. I'm actually going to put this here, and I'll put this here. Alright, and this slides to the end. Alright, that's white player's turn. They need to get off gold here. They need to get on horses. Yeah, they're going to do a move. So they're going to take this. They're going to move. So they want to move one of their guys to horses because they have 2 movements. So they can move. Yeah, they're going to move off gold completely, and they're going to go over to horses and wheat because they had 2 movements. They moved 1 guy, each one. So that gives them the 2 movements. So that was their turn. Then, ooh. So I'm going to go ahead and take this. So this is all tribes move according to their strength value. So that's going to let everybody move again. So let's see. My strength values, we're both of our strength values at 2. So we can go ahead and move. So I'm actually going to move from horses to here. I'm just going to move 1. And they're not going to move at all because they don't want to move. But there we go. Oh, so that's out. So this one's now out of the game. Dead. All right, back to white. They're going to procreate. So they're going to pass over this one. They're going to take the babies. And they're going to procreate at a level 1. So they get 1 new baby. On either tile, they're going to go ahead and put it on the horses. And that's that. To the end. Now black is going to take this. So they're going to pass over this one. And they're going to use it for the achievement. And they want to use wheat. So they're going to learn how to cook. So they go here. 2-point bear tooth. This one gets flipped. And now we move up 1 on babies. So now I'm going to procreate at a level 2 instead of a level 1. Okay. So then it's back to white. White is going to... Let's see, that's pretty strong. Yeah, they're actually going to take this because they want the shells. So they're going to take the shells. They get a move. They only want to move 1. And they want to get... They're going to move 1 down to the goat so they can have some goat. So this is at the end. Alright, so I don't want this. I don't want to lose 2 members because I only have 2 tribe members. So I'm going to pass over this. And I'm actually going to take this because I need to get some more guys. So I'm going to use this for the procreation. So I have procreate at level 2. So I'm going to get to put 2 new tribe members out. So I put 1 there and 1 there. So now I have 4. That makes me feel better if I have to get stuck with that tile. Alright, so that was that. Back to white. White needs more tiles. But they can't explore yet because they don't want to pay a coin. Yeah, so what they're going to do is they're actually going to do this. They're going to do this and they're going to use the green one. So your tribe procreates according to its strength level. So their strength is 2. So they're going to make babies at a level 2. So they're going to get 2 new guys. So they'll put 1 there and 1 there. Back to me. I'm going to pass over and I'm going to explore. So I get to get in the bag, get 2 tiles because I'm at level 2 exploration. So I have another goat. And I have some gold finally. Alright, there we go. Alright, so I did that. These can all slide down together. Now we're back to white. White doesn't want to lose 2 tribe members. Yeah, they will. They're going to go ahead and do it. So they're going to take this tile. They get the clams. And they have to lose 2 tribe members. So they're going to just get rid of 2 because that's fine. Alright. So that's done. Now it's back to black. Black is going to... I'm going to develop. Can I develop anything right now? I can. Alright, so I'm going to show you something else before I wrap this up. So I'm going to take this one. Oh, this goes to the end. I'm going to take this one for the achievement. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to burn a piece of land, which is basically going to render it useless. But it's going to be a wild for the turn. So I'm going to burn this. And I'm going to make it a gold for this turn. And that's going to give me access to make jewelry making. So I turned that into a wild. It's going to be a gold. I now have, I get 1 bear tooth. And I move up 1 on feet, on movement. And that was my turn. This goes to the end. I'm just going to try to get up to a level, get someone built on level 3, hopefully, if I can. We'll see. Alright, so I at least want to reveal another level 3. So we're back to white. White doesn't want to procreate, so they're going to do this one. They want to do, they have horses now, so they're going to go ahead and build here. So they have horses, so they're going to put a cube here. It's going to give them a point, give them more strength. 1 point. Alright, then this goes to the end, back to black. I'm going to move, so I have to pay 1. I get a move. And I want to do 2. I'm going to move 1 to there and 1 to there. My movement is 2. And that's it. I am done. And back to white. White wants to, they have horse, which they've done. They have goat. Ooh, so they're going to go ahead and use this one. So they're going to pay 1 of these. They're on goats. So they're going to build here on goats. Going to move them up 1 on eyeball. And they get 1 point. And this goes away. And now I'm going to take this because I need some shells. So I'm going to procreate. I procreate at a level 2. So I get 2 new people. So I'll put 1 here. And I'll put 1 here. Alright. Back to white. White's going to explore because they need to get some new tiles. So they get 2 out of the bag because they're at a level 2. So they get horse. And they have another horse. We'll put all the horses. No, we'll put a horse over here. So they now have 3 horses. This one's done. Now back to me. Let's see. I want to... Okay, I'm going to try to do... I'm going to do this. So I'm going to take this. I have 2 goats, so I can make cheese. So I'm going to go here for 4 points. And I get to go up on movement. A new event will come in. And we'll reveal this. 3 gold. Journey. Your tribe moves according to its strength value. So instead of movement, if you take this tile, you get a move based on where you are on strength. So this will go to the end. And that will be a black player's turn. So we'll take 1 more turn with white and then we'll wrap this up. So white, what can they do? They have a horse. They're on level 2. Let's do it. Alright, so what they want to do is they want to take this and they want to get up to the level 3. So we're going to do it. So they're going to use this for a horse. They're going to burn this one. And they're going to burn this one. Probably wouldn't do this, but since this is the last turn, I'm going to do it. So they have 3 horses. And they are going to use those horses to build here to learn how to ride those horses. So they go here, 6 points. Move up 1 on the eyeball, the exploration, and we get an event from orange. Let's see what that is. A raid. Your tribe gains 3 victory points if your tribe is the strongest. All right, so that will go at the end like this. And then once that is activated, instead of going out of the game, it'll just stay around here somewhere. So you know that you've completed one, because the game ends when a certain number of these, based on number of players, are completed. So that's how you play Tribes, the Dawn of Humanity. Let's go to the top, see what we think about it. All right, so that was Tribes. I gotta say, I've been a fan of this game since Rahdo ran through it when it was on Kickstarter, when it was just called Tribes. It didn't have the Dawn of Humanity, and it wasn't with Kosmos. It had not so great art, and it just looked but the gameplay is essentially the same. Just there's a little bit difference on the board, which I'll go over in a little bit. So just know if you wanted to see a run through from that, you can go look at Rahdo's and you'll see how it kind of works. So I'm just going to go into what I like about this, what I don't like, and then I'll tell you if it's accepted or not at the end. So let's get started. So pros. I really like the upgraded artwork. So the upgraded artwork on this is bright and colorful. It's got little cool like Stone Age, like stick figure drawings. The action selections are tiles are nice. That tells you exactly what they're going to do just with a simple picture. Like, hey, you're moving. I like the little bear tooth points. It's neat. I like that the shells are money. Cool. And I like Stone Age little caveman meeples. Those are fun too. So I guess this is artwork and components. I think all of those are top notch. No complaints there. Very nice to look at. Everything's laid out. All the graphic design is super easy. Dig it. Next thing is I like the tile laying, which is like, I guess the resources that you have available. So it's kind of your resource management, but it's through some tile placing. That's interesting because you have different options. You can use the tiles that you're on. You can burn those tiles or scorch them. I'm not sure what the rule book says, to make them a wild for one turn only. But also at the end of the game, which I didn't go over, you're going to get points if you have the most unscorched tiles. So yeah, you might do it to help you get points in the during the game, but at the end of the game, you're not going to get those bonus points for scorching a bunch of tiles. So I think that's a fun little mini game that's going on down here. You're kind of doing some, moving your stuff around so you can make use of the best tiles to complete the achievements that are on the board. Enjoyable. Next thing I really like is the rule book. The rule book on this is phenomenal. No issues there. I learned how to play the game very easily. Everything was laid out. Setup is right in the front. It even has some history a little bit in the back. They put some thematic ties. You can see that right there, which is really neat. A lot of games don't do that. Not necessary, but I know some people are into that thematic. Why is there 3 different time frames that we're playing through? I don't care, but a lot of people like that, so I'm glad that it's in there. It's a nice touch. So let me go through. I think I had one con, and the one con isn't really a con if you've never played the old game, which I haven't, but I've seen the old game in Rahdo's run through, so I know that the board play is more interesting in the old one. So my con would be the way that you can't really determine your own path on building the achievements. So let me go over these arrow tokens, which I didn't really go over. So each player has 1 arrow token. On the board, the way that this is laid out is if you build on if you unlock an achievement on the first level, it opens up the achievement right above it. And if you unlock that one, it opens up the achievement right above it. So you're basically stuck building on each individual path. So if you're starting on the left, you're building up the left. You're starting in the second one, you're building up the second one. And the old board, you could start on the left, but there might have been an arrow that shot you into the next column. So then you could skip the other tiles on the left and you can move straight to the other one that was on the arrow. So that's where these come in. You get 1 time that you can put this on the board. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but you can put this on the board, and it basically would let you skip the tile above it to move to one off to the diagonal. So you can go left or right, anywhere you want. So it gives you a little more flexibility. The old game, that was just built in, and it made it a little more gamery, maybe a little more variable, but not a huge con, but I think I like that idea a little better than this little arrow thing. So that's my one con of the game. Everything else, I dig a lot. So all that being said, let's get down to the brass tacks, and I'll tell you what I think about it. So I'm going to give this a BGM accepted. It's going to be a 3. Yeah, it'll be a 3.5 out of 5 wrenches. But really, it's going to be a 7.5 on BGG, because I like it better than a 7, but it's not quite an 8. So 7.5 out of 10 on BGG. I really like this. It's fun, it's streamlined, it's easy to play, easy to teach, and it doesn't outstay its welcome. So BGM accepted all day. So I'm Jason with the Board Game Mechanics. This was Tribes, the Dawn of Humanity from Kosmos. And as always, keep gaming.